Today, Oneida County announced the highest number of coronavirus positive cases and the highest total of active cases since the pandemic began. Another grim statistic, 4 county residents died in the last 24 hours due to COVID-19. As the numbers continue to increase, some are wondering, what zone are we in? News Channel 2's Caitlin Erla spoke to the county executive tonight to get the answer. She joins us now live here in the studio. Caitlin, good evening.
Jason, we've seen high numbers for the last 2 weeks. The question on everyone's mind, are we in a yellow zone, an orange zone, a red zone? Oneida County Executive Anthony Pacenti says at this point, that doesn't really matter.
There's not anything else we can do in terms of, even with the zones, and you'll probably see some changes in that, in terms of next week. But, the point of it is, and what else can we close down, and what will that do in the midst of the high numbers that we're seeing right now? Our infection rate on a daily basis has been, well over 3 and 4 and as high as 5 on certain days. So, we're clearly in that, and I think, most communities are.
In October, Governor Cuomo started to designate geographic areas across the state as yellow, orange, or red microcluster zones in response to a rising number of COVID-19 cases.
I know everybody wants to know, are we in the yellow or are we in the red? Doesn't really matter right now.
Each zone has different criteria. The higher the infection rate, the stronger the restrictions. But with COVID cases climbing here in Oneida County, it seems as if it may be too late.
We don't know if closing things is going to work at this point because of the climb that we've taken over the last couple of weeks. Back in April, those were the early days when things were shut down, and that really did stop the curve. There comes a point where you've missed the mark of doing that, and then it seems that we've been climbing up that peak and can't even turning back may not resolve anything. Because what are you going to do? Tell people not to gather at home, but now you're going to put everybody at home.
Pacenti says this increase in cases can be attributed to Thanksgiving and the amount of people getting tested before that. And he and the governor say it will continue through the rest of the holiday season. We
know from our tracing there are a lot of families and a lot of connections from the holidays that reflected in these numbers. It's just what we're going to be dealing with probably for, as as the governor has said as well, for the next 37 days.
The county executive says he will be holding a briefing soon, if not tomorrow, most likely on Monday. Jason, back to you.
Caitlin Erla reporting in studio. Thank you. Let's go.